going to learn the grammar topic, which is very important. The topic that we are going to learn is active and passive voice. We are going to learn about active voice and passive voice and the difference between active and passive voice, structures and examples of active and passive voice. Objectives. Objectives of active and passive voice. In this sentence, you will learn about active and passive voice. Along the way, you will recognize active and passive voice sentences. You will understand how to change the active to passive voice. You will also understand how to change the passive voice to the active voice. Recognize sentences and questions that are in either passive voice nor in the active voice. Voice. Voice refer to form of verb that indicates whether the doer of the action is the subject or the object in the sentences. Voice. Voice means voice is a form of verb that denotes its relation with subject and or object. Voice is divided into two parts, active voice and passive voice. What is the meaning of active voice? Someone or something is perform an action which may refer to as a doer when we write active sentences, that is active voice. Doer comes before the verb. For example, Jack drive a car. Who drive the car? Jack is doing the action of driving. Is a doer. Drive is a verb. What is passive voice? Passive voice is opposite of active voice. It is opposite of active voice. We have already learned about subject, verb and predicate. Subject is the one who is being talked about in the sentence, or he could be the doer of the action. Verb of the sentence tell us about the action taking place in the sentence. Predicate of the sentence contains the object. An object is recipient of the action, that is, the person or the thing on which the action is done upon. Now, let us see the example. Joseph loves mango. In this sentence, subject is Joseph, verb is love, and object is mango. Now, you can see in the order component of the sentences are arranged. The subject takes up the first place, verb takes the second place, and the object takes the third place. The sentence arranged in this order is called active voice. That is, the sentence in which subject comes first and followed by verb and object is called active voice or active sentence. Same sentence in another manner. Mangoes are loved by Joseph. In this sentence, order of subject and the object reverse itself. That is, the object comes in the first position and the subject goes in third position. Such sentences are called passive sentences. You might want to ask why and where do we use the passive instead of active? Here, the answer: when we make active sentence, the focus of the sentence lies on the subject and not on the object. So, it is known as passive sentences or a passive voice. Active voice and passive voice, there are some rules. Active voice. In active voice tells us what a person or a thing does. The subject performs the action on the object. The sentence structure is subject, verb, object. The passive voice. In the passive voice tells us what is done to someone or something. The subject begin, act upon. The structure of passive voice: object, verb, subject. So these are the rules when we use active voice and passive voice, which is very important, children, to us. For example, Anna painted the house. Here in the sentence, Anna is a subject, verb is painted, and house is the object. So SVO, that is subject plus verb plus object, is known as active voice or active sentence. Anna painted the house. This is an active voice sentence. Now, the same example in the other manner. The house was painted by Anna. Now, the object is the house. Verb is the painted. And subject is Anna. So, object, verb, and subject. It is vice versa. As we have seen the rules, in it we have learned the active voice sentences are opposite to passive voice. As you can see, object plus verb plus subject. So, it is known as passive voice or a passive sentence. So, it is: the house was painted by Anna. So, this sentence is known as passive voice. Now, in the second sentence, in the second example, Ali posted the video online. The subject is Ali. Posted is verb and online is the object. So, we have got a structure of the voice. That is S plus V plus O. That means subject plus verb plus object. Now this structure of the voice or a sentence is known as active voice. Now we'll look the other sentence in other manner. The video was posted online by Ali. So the object is the video. The verb is posted. The subject is Ali. As we can see in the sentences, the structure of the sentence is O plus V plus yes. So, this structure of sentence is known as passive voice. That is object plus verb plus subject. So, this sentence, the video was posted online by Ali is a passive voice sentence. Question number 1. Split each sentences into subject, verb and object and write in the column given below. First one, the parrot ate the chilies. Now what is the subject over here? The parrot. Verb, what action the parrot is doing? Eat. So the verb is eat and the object is chilies. Second example, mother cuts the vegetables. The subject over here is mother. The action or a verb which is done by mother is cuts. The object is vegetable. Third, the tiger killed the goat. The subject over here is the tiger. What action or a verb he has done? Killed. The object over here is goat. Fourth, the policeman caught the robber. The subject over here is the policeman. The action or a verb which is done by the policeman is caught. The object is the robber. Second question, split each sentence into object, verb and subject and write in the given column. First one, the car was driven by my mother. Second sentence, this boat was seen by Karan. Third, ice cream was eaten by Ram. Now, in this we have to split object, verb and subject. In the first sentence, the car was driven by my mother. The object over here is the car. The verb is driven. The subject is over here mother. In the second sentence, as you can see, this boat was seen by Karan. So the object is boat. Seen is a verb or an action which is done by Karan. And the subject over here is Karan. In the second sentence, ice cream was eaten by Ram. Ice cream is the object over here. The verb or action which is done is eaten and the subject over here is Ram. Question third. Change the following sentences from active voice to passive voice. Maggie is playing the guitar. In this sentence, Maggie is a subject. Playing is a verb or an action which is done by Maggie. The object is guitar. So we have to change this active voice into passive voice. So the answer will be the guitar is played by Maggie. The object is over here the guitar. Played or an action which is done by Maggie is played, and the subject over here is Maggie. Second sentence, I make a cake. Now over here we have to change it into passive voice. So the answer will be a cake is made by me. Third sentence, the boy is kicking the ball. What will be the passive voice over here or a passive sentence? The ball is being kicked by the boy. Question 4. As we have seen, we have changed the active voice into passive voice. Now here we are going to change the passive voice to an active voice. The composition was written by Tony. So the active voice over here will be Tony wrote the composition. Second, the door was opened by Samir. In active voice, the sentence will be Samir opened the door. Third, everybody loves chocolates. And the active voice over here will be chocolate is loved by everybody. Conclusion. What we have learned in this lesson? In the active voice, the focus is on the doer of the action. In the passive voice, the focus is on the receiver of the action. The verb in the active voice shows the action of the doer, and the verb in the passive voice shows the action being done to someone or something. Thank you, children. I hope you have understood active and passive voice through the examples given by the teacher.